New year, new team, it's the same dream. New Knicks City unis, boy, they stay clean. I just caught mine off of Fanatics in the garden with my hands in the air, we back at it.
What is going on, everybody? Let's go Knicks, baby! You know what it is. Let's go, baby! All right. Thank you for tuning in to SKF Weekly. I'm your man, Ron. I'm holding it down. My brother John, as you know, he's on hiatus right now, doing the daddy daycare stuff, being the best dad in the world, making sure his son is taken care of and out there in them AAU streets. Shout out to my brother Jose, who's is taking the night off tonight. I figured it was going to be a late show because of everything going on. Jose's got a wife and a little baby at home. He needs his time to chill. He can't be out here late like that. You know what I mean? We got to do right. But I'm here holding it down. I had too much going on today, man. Too much going on. Came to this Knicks game not knowing what to expect and just feeling good about it. That's all. All I could tell you is I didn't know what to expect, but I felt good about it. Before this series started, I said the Knicks are going to win game 1, right? I said the Knicks are going to win this series in 7. I said the Knicks are going to win game 1. Knicks are going to win game 3. Knicks are going to win game 5. Knicks are going to win game 7. I don't call myself a prophet, but I hope I'm right. But incredible game. This was a nail biter and stressful as well, but it felt less stressful than the Detroit game because I guess we're the underdogs and we're not expected to win. So when we're coming back and going back and forth with this team, I don't know, you just feel like instead of you're like, yes. It's different. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but I felt different about this. I felt encouraged by what I saw out there. Shout out to Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges said, guys, listen, I don't know if you know, we stink in the third quarter. We need to do something different. This might sound like ABC 1, 2, 3s, but you know how we do. Why don't we put that layup drill starting off the second half? Let's get going. Let's get some juice flowing, man. Let's get our bodies moving, get a little limber, get in the game. Boom. They do it that last game, game 6 versus Detroit. They come out with their best third quarter I've seen in over a month with the Knicks. Definitely their best third quarter in the series versus Detroit. But even the last month of the regular season, their third quarters were terrible. They come out tonight. They're playing Boston. They do it again. Guess what? Boston goes up, has a nice little lead they're working on. The Knicks come back. The Knicks attack. The Knicks get crazy on defense. The Knicks start knocking down shots in the third quarter, guys. Shout out to Mikal Bridges. Not to mention the defense he played. Hey, guys, listen, as much as we want, this is what I'm saying. This is why we can't get too crazy about what we see. Is Mikal Bridges inconsistent? Hell yes. Is he, very up and down with his offensive game, his shot? Yes. But on the defensive end, my guys come to play, baby. Mikal Bridges is out here. He came to play, baby. Mikal Bridges. Let's go. You can't be upset with what you're seeing from him because he's stepping up. You guys know my nickname for him, Mikal Right Place, Right Time Bridges. Once again, to end the game, right? The inbound pass to Jalen Brown. Who's there to steal the ball? Mikal Bridges. Right place, right time Bridges. Once again. Shout out to the guy. You want to talk about guys needing to step up, guys needing to take advantage. You know, Karl Anthony Towns came into this game trying to do the right thing, trying to get busy in the paint, trying to assert his dominance with his height over the smaller Boston Celtic players. But unfortunately for Karl Anthony Towns, he had one of those nights. So I'm going to get on him about one thing. There's one thing I'm going to get on him about. But other than that, I'm not going to really get on Karl Anthony Towns. I'm going to chalk it up to him just not necessarily thinking right. You know what I mean? Not thinking correctly about his approach, about how to attack Boston. He tried to, big man them all night. He tried to use his muscle, his height, and his physicality, and it was the wrong move, especially when you're going up against smaller players that can get up under you, so that when you're physical with them, you're going to look like you're dominant over them. And when you hit them, you're hitting them up in their face and their head area because you're so tall. It's just common sense, but it's also him not understanding his limitations, his body, how he moves around on the court. So I don't want to make a big deal about his mistakes, but I will say he's got to clean it up. You know what I mean? He's got to clean it up for game 2. Can't let you want to go and attack them the same way, just less physicality unless it's needed, more finesse. All right. More finesse. Instead of going straight at a smaller player and bullying him to the rim, just get close enough that you can just float it right over. Take a little mid-range jump shot, boom, right there. We're talking about in the paint area. Those are like layups for a 7-foot guy like Karl Anthony Towns with all his skills. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to get all the way to the rim. He don't got to dunk on you. I mean, yes, it's a statement, but you dunk when you got the lane. You dunk when you got the advantage and the guy has to come to your area to stop you. You don't dunk over and through somebody, especially when you're not that limber. But the one thing I will say that bothered me, right? The one thing that I was a little upset about was in the fourth quarter, the Knicks had, now I can't remember the play, man. I knew I was going to talk about it. There was a play where the Knicks were playing tough defense on Boston, and they had decided to clamp down on them, right? And they were pressuring the ball, and the Celtics were moving the ball all across the court until it got to Karl Anthony Towns was on the right side. They got to the left side of the paint, and the guy ran straight up the lane and hit a layup, and Karl Anthony Towns was slow to react. By the time he got there, he scored over Cat. I just wish that all I wish it on that play is that Cat keeps his head in the game. Like, sometimes he gets lost like a deer, and he's slow. That's the reason why. Let me tell you something about Karl Anthony Towns. He's bad at defense, not because he don't have the ability. He's bad at defense because his reactions are slow. He's just slow. He's slow to move on defense. He's so skilled and gifted on offense. He's quick and cat-like sometimes, but on defense, it's just his reaction time is just slow. So, yeah, that was it. That was the only play I would say that I wish Cat paid a little bit more attention to it. But other than that, and if I had the replay, I would show you guys, but you know how it'd be. It'd be crazy out here. But other than that, that was it. So, I just gotta hope that he plays stronger, smarter in game 2 and takes advantage of them, because he can. That we know. We saw that he can take advantage of them. It's just that he has to do it with a little less brute and a little bit more some finesse, and he'll be fine. He'll stay out of foul trouble. He'll score over them because they're not going to create no problem for him. They're not blocking his eyes. He can see over them. So he just got to be a little more finesse with it against Boston because they're smart. Let me see. Let me get to everybody. But before I do, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is OG Anunoby. Fantastic, guys. Fantastic. I don't care what, listen, all of the haters out there, there's still haters out there. I see it. They post stuff all the time about who they would rather have than OG. Listen, OG Anunoby is worth his money, guys. OG Anunoby is not just about that he comes in and he's a lockdown defender. I don't even want to call him a lockdown defender because the problem is a lot of fans think they got to have the best. Like if he's not this, then he's not good enough. No, he doesn't have to be a lockdown. You can't get anything off on him. He just has to be a really good defender that can get in your head and mess with your game to make you not as good as you can be out there. And that's what OG does. And he does it well, man. OG is fantastic. And his 3-point shot tonight was so impactful, so important, so big that honestly, you might think Jalen Brunson is the reason we won. Okay, hold that thought. I'm gonna get to him. You might think Karl Anthony Towns, what he did early helped. It did. You might think what Mikal Bridges did is the reason why. Listen, all of that matters. It all matters. Even Deuce's shots early on, knocking down them threes and giving us something from the bench and keeping us in the game was huge. But the Knicks don't win this game if not for the work of OG Anunoby on defense and them clutch threes he was hitting throughout the game at great times throughout the game. Them threes were fantastic. Shout out to OG Anunoby. I also want to say shout out to Deuce McBride. Deuce was fantastic tonight. He came, he played some really good defense, but most importantly, those shots that he did hit, he didn't hit everything, but the ones that he did hit, they were big. They were big and they were much needed. We needed those shots from Deuce. Shout out to Deuce McBride because that definitely it helped. It was a difference. Let's go, Deuce. You know what it is. It was very nice to see the Deuce that we used to. We love seeing this guy right here. One guy. This took the Deuce to the trade. Yeah, that's the guy we love seeing. Shout out to Deuce McBride. And now I'll get to Captain Clutch, Jalen Brunson. Because what Jalen Brunson did in that third quarter, and then going into the fourth quarter, what he did, phenomenal, fantastic. Now, I know, don't get me wrong, the third quarter, a lot of, the bench, Deuce was key, impactful. A lot of other guys stepped up defensively. They did their thing. But Brunson started to stabilize, right? Free throw here and there. You know what I mean? Free throw here and there. Then by the time the fourth quarter came, he was able to lock in on his shot. Them free throws helped, just get his angle down. But the fourth quarter, Captain Clutch time. And it's nothing better than when you're on national TV and Reggie Miller, who we all can't stand, is talking about Captain Clutch this, Captain Clutch that. And he's Captain Clutching. Oh, come on, Jalen Brunson. What more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? It doesn't get much better than that, man. Shout out to the New York Knicks, guys. I'm super excited, super happy. And I can't tell you how much it's great to see that the Knicks are what we thought they were as far as the type of team that can compete with Boston. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, guys. Let's call a spade a spade. What's his face went down, their bench guy, what is his name? Not Peyton Pritchard, the other sniper. He went down with the ankle injury. He didn't come back. But more importantly, they lost KP early. And so I don't know what you guys were thinking about it, but you know what I was thinking? I said they lost two of their players that are key pieces on the team, and they lost KP especially. The Knicks have to win game one. It was almost a must win. As soon as that happened, I said, if the Knicks don't win this game, when they got an advantage, we in trouble. So shout out to the Knicks. Because this was a must win. Once KP went down, and then what's his face? The other dude went down. I was like, they got to win this game. So I'm happy that they did what they had to do. Because if you get an advantage on the team in the playoffs, you better take advantage of that advantage. Okay. Now I want to get to the chat and see what you guys are talking about. But before I do, there is one last person that I have to talk about. I have to. You know what I mean? You guys might not want to hear about it, but I got to. Let's go! Tom Thibodeau coached his ass off today, folks. Let's go. Tom Thibodeau stepping up and doing the right damn thing for once. Coached his behind off tonight, folks. Perfect game. I mean, nothing's perfect. Fantastic game by Coach Tibbs. Fantastic. All the haters out there, listen, if you get brainwashed, if you think everything is negative and you don't know how to see what's good, let me tell you right now, Tom Thibodeau coached his behind off tonight. I got to call a spade a spade. We get on him when he doesn't do the right thing. But when he does the right thing, we got to give him credit. He coached his butt off tonight, folks. All the right moves, man. All the right moves. Good substitutions, good timeouts. Hey, I can't listen. I would be a hater if I said anything negative about Tibbs tonight. Can't do it. David Smith said, "Yeah, I'm still a hater." Yeah, that's okay. That's you, but I can't do it. I gotta call a spade, yo. He was rocking, man. I can't. I gotta, yo, Tibbs. You know, he don't always get this. He don't always get this, y'all. So when he does something good and he does the right thing, we got to give him props. The problem with Tibbs is Tibbs coaching is like Mikal Bridges' offense. It's very inconsistent. Got him. No, I wish I had that. I don't have that. I had to do it myself. Anyway, look at how funny I am. Shout out to me. I cracked myself up. Oh, okay. Anyway, all right, let's see what you guys are talking about in the chat. I'm all over the place, man. I'm just so excited that the Knicks won game 1. Let's go. Shout out to Crib's dad in the building, a member of the SKF Army. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you for renewing your membership for 7 months. My guy. Appreciate you, bro. Oh, and you got bars too. He said all bridges lead to a New York win. Okay. Just get one of those. Okay. And for also renewing and being a member of for 7 months. He said, did the Knicks just shock the NBA? Wow, wow, wow. We gotta love it. I love it because them dudes in the TNT, I didn't even stay to watch what they had to say. And plus there was a game right after. So I would love to see what they got to say about the Knicks tonight. What's Shaq got to say? What's Charles Barkley going to say? I'd love to see it. Anyway, it ain't over yet. It's just one game, but it's a nice one game to get. It's a nice one game to get. Shout out to Manny in the building. Mikal Bridges, holy moly. Yeah, man. Great play down the stretch. Fantastic. Here we go. Chris said should have given 8 draft picks for this level of playoff D. Hey, this is the reason why they got him. The problem, look, and this is what I'm not going to flip it and act like, oh, all of a sudden he's the second coming of the Messiah. The bottom line is Mikal Bridges does so many good things out there on the court. Like he's so versatile that the Knicks felt like he's a guy that you can spend these picks on because he complements the team in so many ways. But more importantly, this is the key. They were hoping to catch this guy. The Mikal Bridges defense we see right now in the playoffs, the Mikal Bridges who was a defensive player of the year person on one of the teams his first couple years in Phoenix, that guy. This is who they were hoping to get. And thankfully, he's stepping up in the playoffs now. Shout out to Detroit once again, guys. Detroit opened these Knicks up on the defensive end to get back to business. Shout out to Detroit. Whoa, shout out to you. Hey, man, listen, if you can get to a game, that's dope. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, I had to go out real quick and yeah, but you're right. I did have to run out and go get something real quick and come back. Not for nothing. Shout out to Brooklyn Butch in the building. Salute, 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 salute. What's going on, Brooklyn? Objective Knicks fan in the building. What up, bro? He said, yo, yeah, man. Beautiful, beautiful win, man. Told you guys just believe. That's right. Let me move this because it looks crazy. Got too much going on. Let me move this for a minute while I go through this stuff. I'll bring it back. He told you guys just believe we can win. Let's go Knicks. Facts. Shout out to my guy Karan, the Objective Knicks fan. Please, guys, if y'all haven't checked out his show, please go support him. Go show him some love. He's dope. You know, he's one of us, man. He's one of us. Like, if y'all know what that means, we got Knicks community. We're full of different people, but he's one of us. All right, so go check out the content because we want. You know, when we say that, we ain't gonna steer you wrong. Go check him out. Salute to all the work he's been doing, man. Shout out to Brooklyn Butch. He said they kept fighting and never quit. Yeah, man, that third quarter. Shout out to them. Shout out to the Knicks, right? Because that third quarter, they realized something on defense, right? They started to do something that really opened things up, and they said, ooh, they don't like this. Let's keep doing it, right? And while we keep doing it, let's keep scoring. And next thing you know, they cut the lead. And the next thing they know, they build off of it in the fourth quarter, and it just keeps going. Shout out to the Knicks. So here's the thing about when you play a good team throughout the year and they got your number and you can't figure them out. When it comes playoff time, when you got some time to prep and prepare for a team, shout out to, once again, I want to shout out Tom Thibodeau. This is one thing, guys, historically, if you watch the Knicks teams and watch Tom Thibodeau, even when he was with the Bulls, if you give Tom Thibodeau practice time, like days, he can get this team or any team he's coaching coming out on the right page. Like he when he has time to really feed into what they're trying to do, he can really get through to his teams. And that's a good thing. Now, the whole thing we got to worry about is just, can we keep it going throughout a series, you know, when there's minimal rest and you don't have any practice time to really make adjustments. You just got to make adjustments on the fly. This is where we see that Tibbs might struggle a little bit. So can he keep it going? Can he build off this momentum of taking game one? We'll see. Shout out to Joey Rip 'em Up Sports, down 20 in the third. Yeah, baby. That's right. F Boston. I like it. You know, it is what it is. Big Dog talking sports. Salute to the Knicks for winning game one. Appreciate you, my guy. And I know the Knicks fans love it too, bro. Double D in the building. Wow, they did it. That's what I'm talking about. It will great to take game one. Game number 2 also in Boston. Go Knicks. Yep, I'm with you. Shout out to Prezi the Boss in the building. Salute to Ron, the Teflon Don. Appreciate you, my guy. Juan Rivera's in the. What up, Juan? He said F. Lamison Tatum. I don't know. Knicks win 4 on the road and 3 at home. Hey, you know, is what it is. Shout out to Craig in the build. Craig was crashing out earlier. I like how you cleaned that up, Craig. He was crashing out earlier, but that's okay. It's all right. You deserve it. You had a moment. I love it. 51 minutes for Bridges. I know that's bananas, but this is look. Let's shout out to Mikal Bridges for being rested up to play those 51 minutes and to play at that high level that he played, because it's incredible to watch how he played down the stretch with his defense playing that many minutes. And I hope Tibbs figures out some way to get him a little bit more rest in game 2. But if it's close like this and he's playing like he's playing, I wouldn't be surprised to see it again. I hope not, but shout out to Randu, a member of the SKF Army in the building. Salute Randu 1973 says, salute Ron to the chat. Yeah, we took game 1. Can we call in tonight? Yes, I'm about to turn the lines on in about 5 minutes. You got it. David Smith says, salute to Ron in the chat. What a win, team effort, facts. President Boss says, salute to the playoff B and assistant coach Tucker calming the troops down. Facts. Shout out to Jay Chosen in the building. What up, Jay Chosen? Said, hell yes, let's go. I don't know if he's going to go off of 50 every night, Prezi, but he said Bridges is supposed to go off of 50 every night. I don't know about that. Jade Souza says, take the win. David Smith says, Knicks played great with Towns on the floor and played terrible without Towns on the floor. Towns had one of the best plus minuses on the team. I mean, yeah, but, I don't get into the plus and minuses, David. It's not because of that and because it bigs up Towns. I don't like it when it bigs up anybody because you can have a good plus or minus by just being out there on the floor when other guys is getting busy, right? You could just be standing in the corner, just not letting your guy do anything, but the other dudes could be really hustling and scoring the points and playing great defense. As long as you out there, you get a good plus or minus. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't always stress it. But I hear you. No knock against him. I told you the only bad thing that I saw that he did that I didn't like. Other than that, hey, we got to take the good with the bad. But I hope he cleans up the physical play against these smaller guys. Just use that finesse. Don't let them get you in foul trouble. Because that was the thing. You guys don't understand when he got his third foul. Oh, no, when he picked up his fourth foul, I was so stressed. I was like, uh-oh. Because this is the type of thing that was a problem with Minnesota. This is the type of thing that Anthony Edwards was talking about. That Cat is a difference maker, but he don't stay on the floor. So I was like, come on, it's the playoffs. We need you, Cat. And thankfully, he was able to hold it down. As long as he was able to stay on the court, that's a great thing. Shout out to Carbon Intellect in the building. Salute to you. Hope you're doing okay. Appreciate you. Shout out to Snipes Entertainment. Knicks offense is still a problem. I mean, they got to do some work, but it's okay. I mean, this might have been a moment of I mean, it's a problem, but is it though? You know what I mean? Like it's a problem as in to the point where they don't look dominant offensively. Like they're not doing everything they want to do out there, but bro, they shot 42.5% from the field, which is not phenomenal. It's under league average of 44, but they shot 45.9 from three. Like you take the good with the bad, Now what they got to clean up is them free throws. Them free throws is atrocious. They shot 54.8 from the free throw line, but now I understand it. So if you can get rid of Mitchell Robinson's 3 of 10, right, then the free throw disparity looks a lot better. So I'm not going to get on them anymore. This game, they shot good from the free throw line. The only person that really shot bad was Mitch because Cameron Payne missed 2 shots, right? But Brunson only missed 1 from the line. Karl Anthony Towns hit both his shots. Josh Hart missed 3, though. And then OG Anunoby missed 1. So they weren't bad from the free throw line. It was just Mitch was terrible. It was terrible. I'm glad that Tibbs used Mitch just enough. And unfortunately, he had to keep him out of there in crunch time because he knew, well, not when it's less than 2 minutes, but he knew that they were going to do Mitch again. Can't do it. So shout out to Tibbs for using Mitch when he had to, dealing with the fouling as much as he could, and then knowing that, okay, now I can't play you, Mitch. I'm sorry. Hey, it is what it is. Shout out to Tibbs once again. I gotta respect the man for doing it in the right way, using his players in that regard in the right way. Prezi said this win should quiet the haters. Media has to backpedal. We always knew the Knicks was going to win against Boston. Yeah, okay, orange and blue skies. Yeah, I mean, come on. Listen, as fans, we could see it coming that at least we knew they were going to start playing better. We saw what they did in that last game of the regular season. The Knicks won that game if it wasn't for the fact that they gave up a game-tying 3 to Jason Tatum with seconds left to force overtime. The Knicks were winning that game. So you could see that the Knicks had made some strides, and they started to figure out how to play against Boston. So this ain't a surprise to me. Now, the point is, what is surprising is that we were down 20, and we were able to cut into that lead and change the momentum and really shock them. Now, that was a surprise, and I like that. That showed me some of that old school grit that the last year's Knicks team had, and I'll take it. Shout out to Wonder Woman in the building. Let's go. She says, I'm happy and will sleep well tonight. Facts. Let me see. Brooklyn Butch says, I feel like I'm dreaming. Smash the like button, y'all, if y'all haven't already done so for the show. Show your love. Shaw Powers, let's get it. Please show Sha and Divine some love at Knicks Real Talk. Please, if you haven't checked them out and tuned into them, please do. I'm sure tomorrow they're going to have a nice breakdown, recap of the game. It'll be dope. Shout out to Cardiac Knicks. The fact that Boston took 63s and missed 45 of them and only lost by 3 in OT is crazy. Yeah, well, that's the power of the three-point shot. I mean, it's ridiculous how much of an advantage it gives you to stay close in games because you're shooting threes in comparison to the other team shooting twos. Shout out to the Knicks for keeping pace with them, hitting threes. But I tell you one thing, we got to be very careful because let me tell you something. They're not always going to miss 45 threes, and that is bananas. So, yeah, but the Knicks got to keep doing what they're doing, keep putting pressure on them, don't make it easy, and force the right guys to shoot the threes, right? You know what I mean? Because that's important too. Like Drew Holiday shooting the threes, even though he's a good three-point shooter, but him over other people, I'd rather have him shooting it than Derek White or Peyton Pritchard. Same thing with Jalen Brown. I'd rather have Jalen Brown shooting the threes than Jason Tatum. So whatever they can do to make the right guys shoot the threes, that's the way we got to go. Shout out to George Jones in the building. Appreciate you. Parrish Duggan said, no, Ron, not tonight. I know. It's all positive. It's all love. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Deron Wayne, a member of the SKF Army, said that was unbelievable. It was nice to see, man. We need that. We need some love and some energy back into the Garden, back into Knick basketball. Let me see here. David says, what's the point of crapping on Cat? If Cat not on the floor, team could not keep up with Boston. Even Cat not scoring, he helps team because they have to guard him. Obviously, the point of crapping on Cat, I said one thing that I didn't like that Cat did. Cat is 7 feet, bro. He is your rim protector when he's out there. And if you let a smaller guy go right up and get a layup and you don't contest it because you were slow to get there, I'm going to say so. I don't care if it's Cat or whoever is in that spot. I'm going to say it. If it was Mitch there, I'm going to tell you, Mitch, there was one play I saw that I didn't like from Mitch. I really like to focus on the defense when it comes to guys missing things on defense because I think that is something that you can do easier than scoring, right? Scoring takes effort. You really got to have the ability to score on different players because there's so many good defenders out there. But it's easier for you to just go out there with defense and play a certain way. Like you just have to get in front of somebody, time it right, and you can, affect somebody's shot. It's a little easier to play defense than it is to score a basket on these tough players. You know what I mean? I just think when I see a defensive lapse like that, and if you look at the play, I wish I had it, guys. I'm sorry. I don't have it. If you look at the play, if you saw how good the Knicks played defense, like everybody on the floor played defense and closed out on their guy well, and then Cat he was slow to get over. So there was the one play I'm pointing out. That's it. Listen, if we can't constructively criticize anything that happens on the court, what's the point? If it wasn't for the fact that Jalen Brunson got on fire and got hot the way he did, I was going to have some choice words to say about Jalen Brunson on the offensive side because there was a couple shots that he took that I didn't like. There was a couple passes that he did that I didn't like, that he jumped up in the air. Jump passes are terrible. That he threw the pass right between Josh Hart and I think it was OG Anunoby or Mikal Bridges. I don't know. Like, come on. It was also a play when Josh Hart did the same thing. I can point fingers at stuff. I'm just talking about the defensive play was at the point where the Knicks were on their run, so it was crucial. That's why you pinpointed a little. It stands out a little bit more. Okay, now I mean, listen, you might be right, Parrish. That is fair. That's the fairest point. If Cap got there faster, it could have been an and one. It would have been an and one. You're saying it might have. Especially the way Cat was tonight. Tonight was more of foul Cat. Cat wasn't the best at staying out of foul trouble. So that's true. It is a possibility he could have got an and one. So if from that standpoint, Parrish, maybe it's better he just let the guy score. I'm with you on that. So salute to you on that. Because tonight was one of those foul troubled nights for Cat. So maybe you were right. Because you know how it is. I'm not going to do this, David, because I just won't. but I could find the play and show you the play and then highlight Cat and then circle him with something so that you see what I'm saying. And then you're still going to ignore it and act like he was fine on the play. So I'm going to ignore you on this one. I'm going to move on. You know how you are, bro. All right. Shout out to G-Man78. What up, Ron? Let's go, Knicks. Appreciate you. Cardiac Nick says Tibbs, no more Cat or JB guarding Tatum. I mean, unfortunately, with the way the Knicks switch, it's going to happen. Tatum is a beast, he just is. But shout out to the Knicks. I didn't say he wasn't. All I said was he needs to stay out of foul trouble and he needs to be smarter on offense with his aggressiveness. He needs to be a little bit more finesse. Shout out to Dripmore in the building. Let's go, Knicks. Dripmore, the official barber of Still Knicks fans and the Knicks community. Let's go. Captain Slim is in the building. What up, Captain Slim? Good to see you. Brooklyn Butch is here. Salute to you. The Avengers have a Hulk, but we and the Knicks have an OG. Let's go. I like it. That's dope, man. Appreciate the super chat, my guy. Thank you. Sweetie's in the building said, tell me, you doing the hacker Mitch? That means that tells me they're afraid of our offense. I definitely think it says something. I mean, they tried to pull whatever they could out the bag. See? And that is why I always have to go against him because you always have to say something about Brunson. 5 assists in an overtime game. Not that impressive. Like the daggers from 3 that he was hitting in their face wasn't impressive. That like you have seen that before. Let me tell you something, David. I know you're a Knicks fan. I know you expect the Knicks to be the Jordan Bulls. You want them to win 70 games and win 5 championships. I know you expect perfect play. But I want you to tell me on your basketball team, if you've been a Knicks fan all your life, when have you ever seen a player do what Jalen Brunson has done in the playoffs? When have you ever seen a moment where a guy gets hot, takes over a game, and knocks it down in fourth quarter clutch time the way Jalen Brunson does? I mean, come on, man. Give the guy some credit. Give the guy credit for that. If you don't like anything else, give him credit for that. The Nick Vengers in the building. Shout out to Gideon Amanqua, G Money in the building. Salute. Let's freaking go. He said, Mr. Clutch Hero Ball Brunson missed an easy game winner. Okay. It's going to happen. Mr. Clutch, he got the Mr. Clutch award, not the Mr. Perfect award. He's going to miss sometimes. He ain't going to hit them all, but he hits more of them than a lot of other people. Corey Lee is in the building. He said, Ron, what did I say Saturday? Hey, man, listen, got to believe. And you're right. Listen, hey, we got to believe. And Tibbs did his thing, and the team came out and they fought. So it is, I hear you. And thank you for being a member of the SKF Army as well. All right. Let me open up the phone lines while we get this going. Shout out to Lena Franklin in the building. Let's go, Lena. Hey, you guys, I'm happy that we did it. Thank you, God. Hallelujah. My brother is happy about that. I'm happy for your brother and for you, Lena. Good for you. Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought, Snipes. I thought they missed a lot of free throws, but they really didn't. The guys they did their thing tonight. They were okay. I mean, Campaign missing 2 free throws. I don't know. 2 in a row is weird. But if it wasn't for the Hacker Mitch thing, Mitch shot 3 of 10 from the free throw line. He was the one who messed up that percentage. So they were okay. I ain't gonna get on them too much. So shout out to Johnny Davis. We needed impeccable defense to close it out, and we got it. I said the what? The defense secours, but the best thing, and it was, I don't like, what is that word, bro? You got me on that one. What is that? The defense secours. I don't know what that is. Okay, Johnny. He said we must prepare. Jay Chosen said we must prepare for the next one. It won't be easy. Play our best. Stay out. Foul trouble. Take Mitch out after they foul him enough, etc. Yeah. one of the most exciting comebacks in b-ball I've watched in a long time. That's true. Very, very entertaining, very fun to watch. These guys did their damn thing. Shout out to Jay in the building. What up, Jay? SKF. What's up, fellas? Shout out to Keyshawn in the building. Salute, Ron. What's going on, Keyshawn? Bagger Jones is in the building. What up, Bagger? Okay, let me turn the lines on. Get this going. Yeah, apologies. All right. Okay. Yes, I believe the lines are active. Let's go. And you know what that means, right? Mm-hmm. What's going on? Thank you for calling SKF Weekly. You're on live. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, what's good?
Ah, my guy.
What's good? What's good? Let me lower that. My bad. Let's go Knicks, right? Come on.
Jay Chosen in the building. Jay Chosen. What's going on, my guy?
Yeah, my bad. Jay Chosen, not from Boston. Yes, at all. Yo, listen, I know everybody has their favorite player. I have a team. I love the team. The team effort won tonight. The whole team's effort. Now, you know what? I had a great feeling about this game. I believe a lot of people do. As Knicks fans, we're optimists, right? We want to be optimists at least. Mm-hmm. Try our hardest to be. Mm-hmm. We do understand that Boston, you know, that first half, I think I hit you up. I was like, man, what the heck? You know, because we started off strong, and then, you know, I felt like Tibbs didn't pivot very well to a certain degree. But we just watched one of the most entertaining, best comebacks, one of the best first games against, let's give it the honest truth, one of our biggest rivals and one of the best teams in basketball for the past, give or take, a decade, right? Would you say?
Yeah.
One of the best. So, I mean, that move at the end, you know, I hear a lot of this talk, and I'm trying to like tune it out. But I'm going to give you something great that I saw. The ball movement, especially towards the end, was great. The defense, especially towards the end, was amazing to me. The way they were getting at it, the way they were stopping them from getting to the rim, and the energy that probably most of us felt from the beginning of the game and then towards the end of the game was just completely different. And we're all going to sleep a little different now. But we can't just this is exciting. And it's great to grab a game. And then now the ball really, all jokes aside, as a cliche, is in our court. Mm-hmm. And we gotta make sure that we go out there and not make the early fouls, make free throws. They're free, like pressing like and subscribing to one of the dopest shows. So that's a key to everybody else. But, you know, I really, really think that we got to give kudos to every single person, especially the starters. I mean, for God's sake, they played almost the entire game, if not the entire game. And they played well, and they play together. And they're an exciting team. And whether or not we go all the way this year, like we all wish, we should be super ecstatic. That twist around, cut to the basket that Brunson did, and that pass from Cat, even though it was a little strong with the left, that brought us to overtime, Crazy move.
Yeah.
Crazy move.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, sometimes sometimes some of our favorite players will do great, and sometimes they will not. But we should always, like you say, still be Knicks fans. That's the front of the jersey, and I'm hyped for all of them. And I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think was the changing point of the game? Like what particular part of the game was the changing point that you saw? I think we have a chance here. But besides hitting those threes in their face, I'm just like, what do you think it was that helped us switch? And by the way, you did a fantastic job with that word that the young man put up
I
there.
think I said it right. I don't know what that is. Now I'm like trying to figure it out.
I'll look it up when I hang up.
It's tough to say because really when I look to answer a question like that, I don't have it set up the way anymore. I used to be able to watch games like twice because of the way the package was. I used to have cable, so I would just, I would record them and just watch them again. But now, however I get to watch my games, I can't rewind. So, I just
say no more, say less, say less.
So I can see it once.
Me too, by the way.
Yeah. So, but I would say, I can't really pinpoint it. I just know that it was a point where I think that where I started to think that the Knicks had a chance is when they started to force, for whatever reason, other guys to start taking threes. Now, there may be other things that happen in that third quarter specifically, but when I started to see them, kind of, getting the ball moved around so that way they were keeping it away from Tatum and, Brown was shooting threes or a Horford was shooting threes and stuff like that, because even though those guys can knock it down, they just don't knock it down at the same clip. So I felt a little bit better about that. And then I think, I don't know. I mean, it might have been the three that OG hit. I don't know. I would have to go back and look at it to pinpoint it. But what do you think? What was the moment that you thought was the changing point or the turning point of the game for the Knicks?
I think you almost answered it towards the end. I have a two-parter. The fact is that OG, I'm going to say something quick here. The OG, that part, that three-pointer, and the differences of how we came out of the locker room at halftime, being that it was, I think, 58-45 or something like that at halftime, or 61-45 at halftime. I think that's what it was.
I think that's what it was, 61-45.
Yeah. And then we came out. And what is our general, usual problem, especially last few months?
Yeah, we know it's third quarter basketball. We stink in the third quarter.
Exactly. So I'm just real quick. In the third quarter, we outscored them 30-23. We played crazy good. We played way better defense, way more intense, and especially perimeter. They might have shot all those threes, but a lot of those threes were clock winding down, chuck ups, hands in the face. And then in the fourth quarter, we held in a playoff game against the Celtics for 16 points in the fourth quarter. So the turnaround for me was coming out of the halftime in the locker room. Whatever they did different, they need to do that again, but this time keep it way closer in the first half and keep that fire burning. And definitely in this game, to me, it was the OG3 and then the defensive intensity. I really would think that we did a great job on that. And I also, to the last point is, I liked, I'm not quite sure who said it, maybe it was Jay on here who said it, or somebody said that maybe the rest would have called the M1 on him or whatever like that. I mean, it's a positive way of looking at it. He should have still got back, maybe. But today, I'm not going to do any of that. I'm not going to say who should have did this better or who should have did that better. Our Knicks just walked into Boston, their little garden that they have over there, not the real garden, and we took game one. And that's what we should be super over the top happy about. And I'm hyped. And if I get to sleep, my tomorrow's already ruined. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't think I'm sleeping.
Well, I hope it's not as bad. I hope it works out in some way for you, brother.
I appreciate it, man. Yo, you're always the bomb, man. Ron, I appreciate you, and sorry to put you on the spot like that. I just was wanting to chop it up.
No, you're good, bro. You're good. Normally, I like I said in the past, I would have an answer. But unfortunately, right. I have to see the game again to kind of, because that's what I would love to see too, because I also want to see what the Knicks can build off of going into game two. So if I can find a way to take a look, and I probably will, I'll find a way to see if I can, watch it again. I hope, I don't know, probably not. Because the games that happen on TNT, they don't air on MSG later, right? They don't, like the replay, they don't get the replay.
Funny you said that. So I was looking at everywhere. They have a post game on it. They're not allowed to I don't think by copyright, they're allowed to use the TNT. But if you watched it the way I watched it, there's a possibility that you could go to, let's say, TNT itself, whatever game they have, or whatever.
I got you.
And go check it out again.
All right, I'll check that out.
If I find a way, I'll hit you.
All right, I appreciate you, Jay. Hey, man, listen, thanks for the call, man. I hope your night isn't necessarily ruined. Hopefully, you can get some rest, and at least know that you're gonna go in tomorrow happy that the Knicks did something that a lot of people counted them out from doing, and we got some new life that they can build off of.
Most definitely, brother. Yes, super hyped, super excited. I will do my best. I promise you that. Thanks for taking my call.
No doubt.
And we'll be chopping it up soon. Can't wait for Saturday, man.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Have a great night. Thanks for the call once again. Let's go, Knicks.
Let's go, Knicks. Press like and subscribe, y'all.
Yes.
All right, Ron.
All right, brother.
Peace.
Take care. All right, guys. Phone lines are up. You're welcome to call in. Once again, that number is people already know. So let me get my guy. Caller, what's going on? Oh, this is Randu. What up, Randu?
Hey, what's up?
What's happening, my brother?
Today's a good day, man. Knicks done went to Boston and took game one.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You can't like it's a beautiful thing because no one expects it to happen. People was talking about people are so disrespectful. I'm everybody's like sweep. What are we talking about here? How'd you feel about the game, bro?
If Orlando could win one game, hell, I know the Knicks should at least be able to win two in this darn series.
That's what I'm saying, Randu. That's what I'm saying.
I said shit. Orlando ain't a better team than us, so
there you go.
I know ain't no way in hell we getting swept.
Yeah.
But man, I'm just glad they took game one.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, man. It got a little ugly in the third quarter for a minute. When they got up to Boston got up to a 20-point lead.
Let me tell you something. No matter what happens in the rest of this series, what happened in game one is going to be very important. Watching Boston, and Boston's going to have to take a look at. Now, granted, of course, they're going to feel a little bit of our guy off the bench went down, and then we lost KP. So they got that little thing that they were like, oh, we wasn't full strength. You know what I mean? We lost our guys. So, when we're full strength, this ain't going to happen. That's how they're going to feel about it. But let me tell you, if I was a Boston fan, I would be a little concerned about how that third quarter went, because we went up 20, and usually we put teams away, and we've put them away every time we went up like that all season. and they came back, and then they won.
Right.
Yeah, I would be a little like, yo, what's happening here? So yeah, Boston better don't take it lightly. I mean, I'm not telling them what to do because I hope they do take it lightly, but I'm just saying if I was them, you know what I mean? What did you think about you know, just the Knicks defense overall and how you know they didn't back down. They came to play.
Yeah. They definitely stepped up their defense. Boston missed what, 45 threes?
Isn't that crazy?
Damn.
Now, granted, some of those threes were open. Not a lot of them, though, but some of them. But that's the good thing. That's why you got to play good defense, because when you play good defense and make it uncomfortable for guys to shoot the shots, when they get the open ones, they miss those too because they don't got no rhythm. That's what I be trying to hope that Thibodeau preaches to these guys when they're trying to close out on the 3-point line and playing this drop coverage. If you play up and just affect some of these guys' shots and their rhythm, you know, sometimes, you know, when you're a little lazy to your coverages, or sometimes if you're caught off guard and you just missed it, you know, you get some chippies where guys, like, you know, they miss open shots because they don't have a rhythm now because you've already broke their rhythm. That's all I be asking for, bro.
Right. Yeah. This is the reason why, you know what I'm saying, we brought Towns and Bridges to New York.
Yes.
For this reason right here.
Yes. I hear you. I agree.
And I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't a fan of the Knicks giving up all them draft picks to get Bridges, but
whoa.
I'm glad, you know, he did show up in the overtime.
No, I agree.
And plus his defense was pretty good throughout the game.
Yeah.
Could have been better offensively though, but
yeah, I mean, listen, 8 points ain't really gonna do it. But I will give him credit for his defense was phenomenal. But the 8 points, we definitely need more than 8 points. Because you guys know, as you know, looking at the box score, OG had 29, Josh Hart had 14, Karl Anthony Towns had 14, Mikal Bridges had 8.
I wasn't worried about OG because I knew OG was going to show
up. Yeah,
OG's
been great. He's been phenomenal. He's been worth every penny. But Jalen had 29, and Miles McBride had 11, which we weren't really counting on. So when the fact that we got 11 from him, we'll take it.
Yeah, I'm just glad you stepped up.
Yes, exactly. So but you know, like, we can't win consistent games against a team like Boston if we don't get Karl Anthony Towns, Cat, to give us more points for one. That's obvious.
Yeah,
and Macau's definitely got to score more than 8 points.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, man. But I'm excited. I'm thankful that you know they save face for one, because they're not getting swept. They take a lead in the series, so they put their best foot forward, right? Coming out winning game one is the right way to go. You know what I mean? So I'm really happy about it, man. Hey, Randall, I appreciate the call, my brother. Anything else you want to say real quick?
Go New York, go New York.
Yo, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna talk to you over the weekend.
All right, my brother. Listen, you have a great night.
Saturday.
All right, sounds good, brother. Have a great night.
Too. All right.
All right, y'all. The call-in number is 347-305-7280. Once again, it's 347-305-7280. Man, the Nick love is great. The illuminaries are illuminating. Shout out to King Imbert in the building. He said, hey. What up, caller? You on live with SKF Weekly. Your name and where you calling from?
Yo, you know what it is, your boy Juan.
What up, Juan? What's happening,
What's
Juan?
good, bro?
You doing okay,
oh, my
brother?
God, yo.
You doing okay?
Yo, you already know, man. I honestly, it didn't. I was like, I don't know if the Knicks will win, but for everyone saying sweep and gentleman sweep, screw all that noise.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's about time some injuries went the Knicks' way too,
Right?
because
Yeah, exactly.
it seems like the Knicks always get the worst of the injury bug, and finally went our way. Chris Stapps, well, you can count on him to get hurt sometimes. Anyway, he's always been injury prone. And then Hauser going out is kind of big because he's
Hauser.
like big and
Yeah, I kept
Hauser.
forgetting his name,
Excuse me.
bro. Hauser. Yeah.
Him being hurt is huge too because he's like he's like a defensive guy who's long and he creates problems.
Mm.
So that being said, the only thing that concerns me is this hacker Mitch that's working right now. So that means you really can't have them out there in late situations and do the double big because that's really effective, which is smart on Missoula's part. But at the end of the day, Knicks won the game. So, and it feels like they can win this series. At first, I wasn't so sure, but with those injuries and the way the Knicks played and the way Bridges stepped up, even though he's been missing a lot of shots, he's making them when it counts, which is encouraging.
Yeah.
This is not the first time he made some clutch threes. He did that in the Pistons series, so it might aggravate me to get him to get like less than 10 points and not making those open threes, but like he's making them when it counts. So that's really huge.
Mm-hmm.
And he's had some clutch. He's had some really clutch like defensive plays all year, like huge ones in the Pistons series and huge tonight. So I don't know. I feel very encouraged. I mean, I hope they win the series. Even if they don't win the series, it's very encouraging even for the future for the Knicks. Is like if they do win the series, like you said, they're probably going to win it all. If they don't, that just means they're like a tweak away from a chip. So either way is going to be positive.
Yep.
In my opinion.
I agree. And I will say that I think that Mikal Bridges is an incredible bad shot maker. He makes bad shots look good. Like he definitely could knock those down. But his defense has been phenomenal. So, the shout out to him, OG, Deuce, Mitch when he's out there, what he's been doing. Shout out to Cat or like I said, when he stays out of foul trouble and just staying on the court and playing in the scheme. He does a good job. I think all the Knicks did a good job tonight on defense. They did. They really did.
That's probably why he only had like 14 points.
It could be. Maybe he was putting a lot of energy on the defensive side, and I like the fact that he had 14 and 13. To me, that's fine. If he can rebound while he's doing whatever he's doing, he may not be able to give all the points, but rebounding is important. He's giving the team opportunities, so I'll take that.
Yeah, especially how badly they rebounded all years too.
Yeah,
it's like the Knicks are finally clicking. Like it took them long enough, but I feel like during the Pistons series, they finally even though it was ugly, they started to figure some stuff out. Like it took them, and of course they have a few new players, so that makes sense. But I guess Tiz was saving his best coaching for the end of the year because
I hope so. I hope that's what it is.
It looked good tonight. At least.
It did. And you know what? The other thing too is I'm not even mad that the Knicks got out rebounded tonight because in my opinion, this is not like a negative. The Knicks had 49 rebounds. That's great. That's fantastic. I'll take that any night.
How many did Boston have?
Boston had 59. But remember, Boston also shot 45 missed threes. So they were getting a lot of long rebounds. You know what I mean? So they were going to get a lot of rebounds. They were jacking it up. So I'm not mad at that. The Knicks are out of position. These dudes shooting threes and the ball bouncing all over the place. It usually favors the offensive team. So yeah, it is what it is.
Right.
It's okay. It's all right. I think that's great.
And also, that's the best I've seen in the Thunder 3 all year too.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, where did this team come about? Like it took them. Where was this team at all year?
Well, maybe they got to realize something, because the other thing too, it's bad luck for the Knicks. But remember that a lot of the times 3 maybe 3 out of the 4 times that they played Boston, Boston was hot from 3. Like, and those first 2 games, unconscious from threes. Like, that's so deflating to a team that's trying to play defense. Plus, the Knicks weren't fully healthy, and they didn't really have like understand how to play defense with each other, like where to go. Okay, this guy might be a little slow to react here. Oh, Brunson might not rotate the way we need him to over here. How do we make up for it? Like, that's why playing games throughout the whole season and then understanding how do we play defense despite all that, that's where it all starts to pay off by the time you get to the playoffs. So now they can play defense a little better against these teams. But the other thing, too, is you also get a Boston that doesn't come out the gate hot. They can't come out the gate hitting every single thing every time they play each other.
Right. No, it's not possible. Like, yeah, didn't they break the record on that first game?
No, they almost did. They needed one more 3, and I'm so glad that at least the Knicks stopped them from doing that.
I was like, Jesus, man.
Yeah, we don't need that. That's enough.
We don't need that in our heads.
Yeah,
but exactly. It was very encouraging to see. Phil, like, I really think this is gonna go 6 or 7, and it could go either way. But like, I'm like, bro, the way I was like, man, I think they're gonna get swept. So they already disproved the sweep. Now I think it's gonna go 6 or 7. Honestly, like, whoever wins this is gonna be, it's not gonna be easy for them.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're
right. And then OG stepping up like the way he did, that was huge too, man, because he had played horribly on offense against Boston. And to see him play the way he did on offense is just chef's kiss for that.
Which is another thing that you're pointing to, Juan. So that's the reason why, as fans, right, it's so easy to just look at the outcome of games and say, oh, the Knicks stink. Look at how they got beat by this team. Look how they got beat by these teams. All year, they got beat by these teams. But you got to understand, all year, things have been changing. OG Anunoby ain't the same OG Anunoby that started the season. Like, he's much better, more confident now. He's knocking down his shots. He's driving to the hole. He's getting layups and stuff. Like, he's just more confident. He's shooting mid-range shot. He missed a mid-range shot in the fourth quarter that, was in the momentum of it, but he's been knocking those down. So, like, the confidence level for him has been great. Macau's defense Macau's defense is better now than it was earlier. He was playing good, but he wasn't playing like as good as we thought he could. Now he's playing really good defense.
He's looking like he did like when he was with the Suns.
Exactly. Honestly. We got Mitch back now. That's helping. I mean, even though Mitch is not quite the Mitch I want to see every night, he's still making. And let me tell you, shout out to Mitch. I don't know if you guys saw. I mean, you were watching the game, so you saw what I saw when they spotlighted Mitch because he was mic'd up. Listening to Mitch out there made me feel great, bro. Mitch was out there calling plays. Come on, we got this. We've been here before. You missed it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Mitch was out there talking to everybody as the defense. He was calling things out, telling people where to go. And then when it came to, like, there was 2 points in the game, Mitch said it twice. He's like, yeah, guys, we've been here before. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you want to hear from people on the team, especially coming from Mitch. I was like, okay.
Mitch, yeah. That's what, And shout out to Bridges, even though he hasn't been the best offensive player, him, the layup line thing is another thing.
Yes, definitely giving them energy coming out in the third. Shout out to him. Yeah, I agree, brother.
Things are coming together.
100%. I agree. Hey, man. Well, listen.
The only thing that concerns me is those free throws has been a problem all year.
I know. We do have to still worry about the free throws, but tonight, like I said, tonight is a little bit weird because Mitch missed 7 of them, so he gets a lot of credit for how bad the free throw shooting was.
Yeah, he was a huge part.
Yeah,
Hacker Mitch was working.
Hacker Mitch was definitely working, and the Knicks still won. Doesn't that make you feel
good?
Won. Makes me feel great. I gotta tell you, good. They were doing Hacker Mitch. The Knicks were down 20, and the Knicks still won. Down 20 in the second half. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. I'm shocked. Even though I expected them to win, I didn't expect them to win in this fashion. Shout out to them, man.
Right.
Well, absolutely, hey, Juan, man, I appreciate the call, my guy. Any final words you want to say real quick before you go?
Hey, there's only one thing to say. Let's go to New York, man.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go Knicks, baby.
Knicks in 7, baby. I'm staying with my prediction.
I like it. That's what I'm talking about. Juan's a smart man. I like where he's going. All right, Juan. I appreciate it, bro. Thanks for the call.
Bye-bye.
All right, man. Unbelievable. Fantastic, guys. We're on the road to 5K, y'all. If y'all haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. And smash the like button for the show. Appreciate you. It definitely helps everything, man. Can't tell you how much. Once again, this is the call-in number. I'm about to get up out of here. But if somebody calls in right now, I'll take it. But, I'm about to get up out of here. So the number is 347-305-7280. Shout out to the New York Knicks for doing the damn thing. Incredible victory. Much love to everybody. Shout out to AI in the building, or maybe that's Al. Salute to the chat. I just watched TNT halftime show and no mention of the Knicks versus Celtics game. The hate runs deep on the NBA. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Bag of Jones in the building. The last defensive play by Bridges and the reason why we gave up 5 picks. That's what I'm saying. It looks like that's the thing. This is the type of defense we were hoping for. Shout out to Keyshawn in the building. Salute, Ron. Appreciate you, Keyshawn. Mets, Knicks fans, let go in the building. Party all night. Let's go. Let's go. Andios has a message for y'all Knicks fans. If you're loving the content, make sure to give the like button a click, subscribe to the channel, relax, and soak in the experience. Oh, man. Yeah, beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing. Can't say enough how great it is. Shout out to the Knicks for doing the damn thing, man. Shout out to them. Getting it done. All right. So, now we got to see what happens next. Because you guys know Wednesday's game at 7 p.m. in Boston, that's, in my opinion, is a must win for the Knicks, right? It's definitely a must win for Boston, but it's a must win for the Knicks. And I'm going to tell you why right now. The reason why I think the Wednesday game is a must win is because Boston is hurting right now, right? They just got shocked. We just hit them with a nice little back slap. They wasn't expecting to go up 20 and then lose the game to us, especially in the second half, right? So we hit them with a little something. Porzingis is dealing with some type of illness. I don't know what's going on with him, but he may not be 100% on Wednesday. And so if he isn't, the Knicks, there ain't no love in sports. The Knicks have to take advantage of Porzingis not being healthy and go out there and get another win now while they're reeling, because there's probably going to come a time in this series where Porzingis is healthy and everybody's healthy, and they're going to be trying to fire on all cylinders. It would be much better to deal with Boston if we're up 2-0. You know what I mean? All right. So that's what I'm saying, guys. We need to get that Wednesday's game. It's a must win. Not only does it help us give us a little bit more of a cushion, it also puts a little bit more fear in Boston's eyes. Like, oh, wait, maybe the Knicks are for real. Oof, we got to come with our A game. Then they start to press a little bit. Then they start to doubt themselves. Oh, game is close to the fourth quarter. These shots matter. We can't be screwing around. We got to play smart basketball. Can't have any turnovers. Then you start to lose it a little bit. You got to start to get the nervous features. What's going on? So, yeah, man. That I think it's very important that the Knicks come out the gate and win Wednesday. It's not all doom and gloom if they don't win, guys, but I'm just telling you, if they want to win the series convincingly and put Boston on their heels, winning game 2 is the way. Now, I told you already, my prediction, Knicks win game 1, Knicks win game 3, Knicks win game 5, and Knicks win game 7 for the 4-game victory and to get Boston up out of here. But hey, if they go against what I say and they win the first 2 out the gate, I ain't mad at you. So, oh man. Anyway, once again, guys, great night, great victory. Shout out to the Knicks for doing the damn thing. Shout out to all of them for their roles that they played, because they all have something to do with this victory and the defense. And shout out to Tom Thibodeau for calling a really good game. Maybe his best playoff game coached as a Knick. Let's go, Tibbs. Let's go, Tibbs. And before we get out of here, you get one more, Tibbs, because you deserve it, man. You coached your butt off tonight. Get out of here, Tibbs. Get out of here. You too much for them. They ain't ready for you in the moves, man. Get up out of here, Tibbs. You got them. You got them right where you want them, Tibbs. I hear you, brother. I see what you're doing. I see it. I understand now. You that guy right now. Keep it going, Tibbs. Don't be backsliding, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Anyway, man, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate y'all once again. Thanks for all the love you show. Nick Yak in the building. What up, Nick Yak? And McBride bounced back, and Tibbs didn't listen to you and bench McBride. Listen, Nick Yak, if you go back to what I said Deuce needs to get a chance early to see what he can do. And if he still has problems and he's not doing well, he needs to get benched. If you're going to come for me, you better come for me correct, because that's what I said. If you want me to find it, I will screen record it and post it. I'll post it as a short if you want. I can do it. I didn't say to bench McBride without giving him a shot. I said it's a new series. I said maybe the new uniforms, the different surroundings, the different area, he might feel a little better about it. He might start to come to play. That's what I said. Those are my words. And so many words. I mean, not exact, but that's pretty much what I said. But I'm happy Deuce did his thing, man. Listen, I'm a Deuce fan. I told y'all. Deuce is really, Deuce was my second favorite player on the Knicks behind RJ. RJ's gone, so Deuce moved up a notch. But now I love Brunson too, and I love Josh Hart. Josh Hart is probably my favorite player on the Knicks, but Deuce is right there. There you go. There you go. All right. Anyway. Maybe he did, bro. Maybe he did. Maybe that was the illness he had. Maybe he caught that virus that was going around in the wintertime. Caught the bubble G's, the BBGs. Anyway. All right, guys. Listen, you know what I always say. Tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knicks fans. We'll be back again, whether it be on Monday nights, 9 p.m. usually, but tonight, obviously, because of the playoff game, I started it later, and then I needed a little more time, but it is what it is. Saturdays at 11:30 for Know the Ledge. When I talk you guys off the ledge, and we're cool, but we work together. But yeah, man, just stay tuned to the content. And maybe this week, like I said, I don't really go on during the week, but maybe if it permits it, I will. If it doesn't, I won't. And I'll just let it rock the way I normally do. And also tune into SKF Walking and Talking. I'm out there in them streets, getting my walk on and talking a little bit about the Knicks. So I appreciate you guys once again. Thank you for everything. And, as I always say, no matter what, man, listen, the good, the bad, the ups, the downs, no matter what, we are still Knicks fans. You guys continue to take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, your family, be good to the people around you because you want them to be good to you. And I always say, be good. And if you can't be good at it. So anyway, all right, y'all, take care of yourselves. Peace out. One yourself. Let's go, Knicks. Let's see what happens, man. This could be upset city, baby. We might be we might have them right where we want them. I don't know, y'all. I feel a little something. Let's go, baby. We out. Knicks.
New York Knicks. First. Go Knicks.
We can finally, start playing, man. So much talk this whole summer. It's felt like so long because we've had so much to talk about. At times it was been kind of slow, but we've been talking, right? But we've actually had a really good off season for this New York Knicks team, and it's been very active. There's been a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, Knicks family, we in the building. I am the Objective Fan from the Objective Knicks Fan channel. And I'm going to give a big salute to Ron and John from Still Knicks Fans.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Knicks family, I'm Stephanie, a.k.a. Blood Sweat Tears. We are still Knicks
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Lady and the Chef on Two Knicks Chicks podcast. Still a Knicks fan.
What's good, party people in the place to be? It's your main man.
What's up, everybody? This is Steve Lodge 21 at Two Knicks Chicks podcast, and I'm still a Knicks fan.
Yo, this is your boy Sim from Nothing But Knicks. Through all the struggles, through all the heartache and pain, ladies and gentlemen, I am still a Knicks fan.
Peace, y'all. This is Apollo Reed from the Garden Knicks crew. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm still a Knicks fan.
I'm still here. We're still here. Still Knicks fans. It's a fandom. It's a lifestyle.